Welcome ENC 90 students. This is your professor Michael Bloomingberg, and in this video what I will be doing is introducing you to the week 3 assignments. I am on Blackboard, and so what I'm going to do is click on weekly assignments, and from there right here I'm going to click on the week 3 folder. Readjust the camera a little bit so we can bring everything into view. And so what you always want to do to begin, just as we did last week, I'm going to look at the listing of assignments. They're posted both as a Word document and as a PDF file. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the PDF file. Move the camera over a bit. And so the readings this week come from your Right Stuff ebook and the work by Wes Moore. So the first is the building blocks of sentences, pages 465 to 482 in the Right Stuff ebook. You may stop when you get to the phrases on page 482. And again, Wes Moore's The Work. The lesson of the student, which picks up where you left off last time in page 6 and goes all the way through to page 24. In terms of the submitted assignment, it's from the Right Stuff ebook, and notice your due dates this week. Sunday, September 6th by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have activity 19.2, that's identifying subjects. It's 469 to 470 in the ebook. Please note that the assignment is on 2 pages. You are to type all sentences and underline the subjects only. And if the subject is implied, type implied at the end of the sentence. And essentially that's just following the instructions as listed in the ebook. Blackboard discussion assignments, you have 2 of those this week. The first relates to the sentence building blocks, and the second relates to Wes Moore's The Work. And both of those are due by September 6th. Blackboard discussion board thread, just like last week, there's a discussion board where students may check in with questions or comments related to any of this week's assignments. I'll check that as frequently as I can, and I'll answer any questions you have if you want to reach me there. And of course you can always email me if you prefer to do it that way. And then the My Writing Lab, you are starting the Craft of Writing module this week. And this is the start of the module. You're actually going to get next week to finish it as well. So the due date for that module is Sunday, September 13th. Okay? So if I go back to weekly assignments and go back to the week 3 folder, the e-text is here. It's as a direct link. So as always, if you just click it, you can pull up from Blackboard into the ebook as the Pearson text, which is coming into view. And right there it is. I'm going to shrink it up because it always comes up a little big on my computer, but if I shrink the size down, you can actually see the ebook. And again, in the top where you have the pages, if you'll just type in the page that you need and hit enter, it'll take you right where you want to go. Once you've read and you're ready to do the activity, you just click the activity 19.2. Of course, you're going to type out the activity first and save it, presumably to a flash drive. Then once you click, it's kind of the same as last week. You'll just click the Browse My Computer option, find your file, and attach it. And then it's off the screen here, but down on the bottom right-hand corner is a tab for submitting. So I'm going to go back. Discussion board, we could take a look at that. The sentence building blocks, I'm going to move this over a bit so that we can get as much as possible into view. After reviewing the assigned reading, please answer the following. Which grammatical part of the reading seemed most confusing to you? Were you able to gain clarity once you reviewed that trouble area closely? What do you plan to do in the future when you have difficulty with a portion of the grammar and/or reading? That's a really important question for you to consider as an online student. And again, September 6th by 11:59 p.m. is the due date. And then also the lesson of the student. I gave you a quote from Wes Moore, beginning on page 13. It says, over the course of our lives, we all have opportunities, both large and small, to experience things that will bring us into new worlds and expand our boundaries beyond the familiar. This is never more true than when we're students, a time in our lives when people basically hurl opportunities at us. Opportunities to learn, to meet new people, to be exposed to things we've never seen before. And I'm just asking you this week, if you agree with Wes Moore, explain why or why not. So if I go back to weekly assignments, and again, note your due dates on that, and back to the week 3 folder, and if I scroll down, at the very bottom is a direct link to the learning path for my writing lab, so I'm going to click that, and it's going to pull us right into our modules there. And so this week, 8 topics in the craft of writing. It is the next one over, to the right of the basic grammar module, the one you've completed already. And from there you can see your penciled topics. Same format as before. You will begin with getting started, and you will work all the way down to editing the paragraph. You do have a couple of weeks to work through those. But remember to look at your overview and animation to complete your recall and apply. And then once you do that, you are ready to take a post-test. And I think that's it for this week, guys. I look forward to seeing how you do on these tasks. If you have any questions, feel free to post in the discussion board for week 3 if you have comments or questions. Or as always, you can shoot me an email. Good luck this week, and more videos to come in the future. Bye.